you're going to use the same process to schedule your orientation conference with your supervisor and your cooperating teacher that you'll use to schedule your formal observations when the time comes. That way, everyone will get a chance to get comfortable with the process, to check and make sure that their technology works as it should, and that you're comfortable with the steps so that you can schedule your observations with confidence. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to the web address calendar.google.com, and as long as you're logged in with your Gmail account, your calendar will pop up. Every Gmail account has a calendar associated with it. And then you should notice over here on the left that there is a field schedule calendar, because I've shared this with everybody's email directly. You'll notice that on mine it's purple and it's checked. The check means that you can see the events. If your box isn't checked, you would want to go ahead and check it, because that will help the calendar pop up for you and become visible. You can change the color by clicking on the dots here, and you can see the settings. Make sure when you're in the field schedule calendar that you don't delete inadvertently somebody else's information, that you're careful about sharing preferences and all of that good stuff. We all live in this calendar, and so it will be really important that you pay attention to where you're clicking and that you don't inadvertently impact other people's schedules. So the next step is to verify availability of the supervisor, and you'll notice that for the orientation conferences that Dr. Lasani is available quite a bit between January 23rd and January 29th. Each day has a specific time frame that's associated with it, so 1:30 to 4:30 is the first example on the 23rd. Some days, like Thursday, I'm actually available all day, so just make sure that the time you're looking to schedule is available and inside that window. To create the event, it's very simple. You're just going to click on the day that you want to schedule it. And when you do, you're going to notice that it defaults to your personal calendar, and you're going to want to change that to field schedule, because that's the calendar that everyone else can see. And you're going to want your conference to be visible to everyone so that nobody tries to double book and take the time you had requested. So change it to field schedule. Click off of all day, because we're certainly not going to sit and talk all day. And then you're going to come up here to add the title. And in this case, we're going to call it OC for Orientation Conference. And then you're going to put your last name. So I'm going to go with Mouse for Mickey Mouse. And then with ML and CT, right? Because Dr. Lasani will be there and your cooperating teacher will be there. And then you're going to click on this More Options button. And when you get there, you're going to come in and put in the time exactly. So let's suppose that in your planning time, you're going to be available at 1:50, and we're thinking about 30 minutes for these appointments. So the time that it would end would be 2:20. If it's a little bit different, that's fine. Just put the time in exactly so that I know what the window will be. It doesn't repeat. And just verify that it was the 23rd that you clicked on, and then add the abbreviation for your school. Let's suppose you're at Price's Fork. And then you're going to put down here in the description, this time is available to discuss my timeline for the semester. When you're scheduling your formal observation, please consult the procedures for scheduling formal observations handout that I gave out the first time we met this semester, because there's some specific content we're going to ask you to put in the notes so that we'll know a little bit about the observation we're coming to see. The other important thing to do is to add guests, and you will notice that you want to use my Gmail address here because this is going through my Gmail calendar, and so you'll add me and verify that that's the person that you want. I usually have this picture of the Earth in my profile. That's what should pop up. And you'll notice that that you can add additional guests if you want to. So if your cooperating teacher uses Google Calendar and asks you to invite them, you're welcome to do that. You would put in the address they use for that. I would imagine it would be their mcps.org, and then they will get an invitation to the meeting as well. That's entirely up to you and your CT if that's helpful. Then we're going to go ahead and hit save. And you'll notice that your request is showing up here in purple on the calendar, and everyone else in the cohort will see that that request has been made. Now this orange here is the invitation to me in my calendar, which is orange. And when I go in and accept the invitation, you should get a confirmation that I am intending to attend, that I have accepted the invitation. If you're worried that it didn't go through, you're welcome to email me on my Radford address and I will double check it and make sure. You might need to give me a day or so to check Google Calendar in the evening and accept the invitations that I've received. Please make sure that when you make your request, you check and see where else I am. So on this day, you wouldn't want to request 2:15 because I'm already scheduled to be somewhere from 1:50 to 2:20. If you want to click on the event, you can actually see the details. You'll know what school I'm in, and that information will help you with scheduling your own.